So I want to get into some of the coins that are on my radar right now, some top coins for 2020 and 2021. But before I do, I have to say this is not financial advice. It's just my humble opinion. This is what I'm doing, and I'm just sharing it with you guys, what I'm basically looking at and what I'm researching and what I'm buying. Now, all of these coins that I'm going to mention does not mean that I'm buying them currently, or does not mean that these are the only coins that I have stacked up. These are the coins that right now, to me, in my humble opinion, are at a great sale for what they are and what they could provide and the return on investment looking at the future. Okay, so let's start with my favorite, Vechain. Vechain right now currently sitting, as I'm making this video, around 0.0039. That's a huge sale. So I take what the market gives me. Okay, all of you know the partnerships. All of you know PwC partnership. You know DNVGL partnership. You know what's going on with Deloitte. You know what's going on with BMW. You know what's going on with BYD. And the list goes on and on and on. You know what they're doing in San Marino, and you got Jerd. You know OceanEx, how they're affiliated. All these things that are there working with Vechain. Yet we see the price. And we're looking at, again, currently at 0.0039. To me, that is a huge sale. To me, Vechain is oversold. So I love buying things on sale. I look for oversold, not shit coins. And listen, talking about investments, you know, there's reasons why things are oversold or at the basement, you know, in regards to prices. But that's not the case for Vechain. You know, you can make your assumptions about why the price is down. There's reasons for everything. Okay, but the way to do this is to play the same game and understand what the game is. What the game is, really. And the game is accumulation, right? Buy low, sell high. Next alt season, I believe, again, not financial advice, somewhere around 2020, sometime after May, when the bull market really starts kicking off, when it's Vechain's time, I believe, again, not financial advice, just my humble opinion, Vechain will take off and will take off with a vengeance. Again, in my opinion, Vechain right now, with everything we know about Vechain and what they're doing and what they're accomplishing, is severely oversold and underpriced, and it's a great time to bring fiat, in my opinion. So that's what I'm doing. You do what you got to do. You research. Not telling you to buy. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, and I'm buying, and I'm stacking up more Vechain. Number 2 on my list, Ethereum. Now, everybody knows Ethereum. Again, I like buying at the right time. It's one of my big things. Love buying at the correct time. You're not always going to perfect that. You're going to miss it sometimes, but sometimes it is just so clearly visible that it's the perfect time, the perfect season, and you got to take out all the FUD and all the nonsense and just kind of look at it with common sense and then do some research on it and see what Ethereum is currently accomplishing with the decentralized finance, right? Definitely. So what am I talking about here? We're talking about decentralized lending, derivatives, DEXs, payments, assets. Ethereum right now is leading the way and being the pioneer to this decentralized finance. So if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Ethereum. I like Ethereum under $200. Started stacking up on Ethereum at $170, and I went in hardcore. I saw it, and I said, listen, I got to go at this hardcore. Again, do your research. Not telling you to buy, just telling you what I'm doing, what I've done, and what I like. Again, Bitcoin's the number 1 coin. Ethereum is the number 2 coin. All right, so when you mention Bitcoin and Ethereum starts getting some steam and starts moving up when this bull market happens, you better believe the focus will come into Ethereum as well. Okay, if you remember last bull market, they started talking about Bitcoin and then the comparison to Ethereum, and it got a lot of recognition. Okay, so when this thing really starts to pump, you better believe Ethereum's going to pump. I like what they're doing. I like the staking. I'm going to be able to stake Ethereum. So for, you know, I'm going to have the opportunity to stake if I want to. Determines the price because again, we can't fall in love with these things. What I fall in love with is the price of where it's at, and seeing the technology, seeing what they're doing, and saying, wait a minute, this has a lot of leverage. This has a lot of leverage to the upside, a lot of room to grow. So I like Vechain. I see it severely oversold and underpriced. I look at Ethereum. Not going to say it's severely overpriced or severely severely underpriced or severely oversold, but it is at a great price. Ethereum under $200, all-time highs, 1,400. To me, again, I made this comparison when I started seeing Bitcoin Cash at $100. So stacked up on it, took a good chunk of it, and I'm very happy with my stack of Ethereum looking forward. And of course, I'm expecting a really good return on my investment when it comes to Ethereum. All right, number 3. Well, I should say 3 and 4 because I'm going to put them together. It's kind of like the same niche, and it has to deal with security tokens. So I'm talking about Ravencoin and I'm talking about Polymath. Not going to get into too much detail talking about these, but these two, you should go and do your research. I'm researching more about it. Anything securities is very interesting to me. All right, it catches my attention because I know where this is going. Okay, there's a lot of money involved here, and I believe that securities, just like I believe in blockchain technology, but security tokens are going to have a major global financial impact, and I want to be a part of that. So I'm doing my research. I'm not saying if I'm buying or not buying, but I just want to share with you guys to pay attention to security tokens, and 2 of them to kind of pay attention, look at the price, look at where they're at. 2 of them is Ravencoin and Polymath. So I would say 3 and 4 then. So 5. Number 5, Bitcoin Cash. Okay, so Bitcoin Cash, store of value, medium of exchange, top 5 coin, number 4. If I believe it's number 4 currently. So when the next bull market happens, again, which I see sometime in May, around there after May, we should see Bitcoin Cash to really take off. Again, the halving is a big thing. I'm really big about the halving. That's why I talk about 2020. If you've been looking at the charts before, when the real bull market happens, first move is Bitcoin. Actually, the first move is Litecoin. That's what really gets us out of the bear market. But then after that, where the bull market really starts is after the Bitcoin halving. But what we're going to have with Bitcoin Cash is January, February, March, April is for Bitcoin Cash, the halving, and then comes Bitcoin's halving in May. So, less of Bitcoin Cash is going to fall in line right next to the Bitcoin halving in May. Basically, a month right after will be the Bitcoin halving, and we should really see Bitcoin take off. I love the coin in circulation. So again, I've been stacking up on Bitcoin Cash at $100. Right now, you're seeing it fluctuate from like 280, like to 315. I'll be honest, I've been buying here and there. I already stacked up on it when it was at 100, but when it dips and I see it around the 280, 270 range, I'll buy some. But I'm very happy with my stack, and I'm expecting great returns on my investment for Bitcoin Cash. So that's another one you should be researching. So pay attention and keep that one on your radar. I'm expecting a pretty big move from these levels, somewhere around for Bitcoin Cash, somewhere around 1,400, 1,500 to 2,000, and I'll see from there. But it's from 100 to 1,400, 1,500. I just saw it as a no-brainer. Of course, comparing it to fiat and buying low and selling high, and it should actually eclipse that. We should be really looking at the 2,000, 3,000, and it should be a pretty good return on investment. Have a lot of leverage, like where I got in. Again, what I fall in love with is the price of where I get in. That's like going back to Vechain. Look at Vechain right now at 0.0039. It's a great price for me to bring fiat. Seeing Bitcoin Cash at $100 was a great price for me to bring fiat. Seeing Ethereum at $170 was a great great price to bring fiat. So again, this is what I like. This is what I'm looking at. So number 5, Bitcoin Cash. Do your research. Again, never ever do I tell you to buy. Just telling you what I'm doing or what I have done. Basically just sharing why I'm bullish on Bitcoin Cash and all these coins that I've mentioned already. All right, so number 6, Matic Network. Matic Network. Coinbase backing it up. Binance backing it up, going to help Ethereum scale. So it's bringing a really big solution to a big problem, if not one of the biggest problems in crypto blockchain, which the other problem might be governance. But when we're talking about scalability, and we're seeing, if you're following Matic, you're seeing the whole team, they're just really connecting with a lot of different projects. I like the connection with Chainlink. I like what I see with Matic. I love the price. I see the price, and it's really enticing. Really happy with the stack that I have right now. If it drops a little bit more, I'll throw some fiat, but right now I'm focusing on others. But again, I'm happy with my stack and really looking forward to what Matic is going to do in the next bull run, and there will be a bull run for altcoins as well. Okay, for real legitimate ones. I don't know about the shit coins. Who knows? Maybe the shit coins will pump too, but I rather place my I hate to put it like this, but my financial acumen, or my financial bet on Matic and the coins that I'm mentioning. But yeah, so let me just touch on that really quick. I don't want to make this video too long, but a lot of people get concerned with the Bitcoin dominance, and maybe I should make a video on this, but I'll touch on this really quick. Yes, there's going to be a dramatic dominance when you look at Bitcoin, and you're going to say, wow, 70 and 80. But then that's where it gets like bought, right? And that's when you really got to start saying, okay, now that will trickle down. That money will now be inserted to other altcoins, and they'll move as well. And the coins that I'm mentioning, I believe, will have a lot of money, a lot of capital coming in. It's because of what they are and what they're doing. Again, talking about Vechain, Walmart, Ethereum, what they're doing, DeFi, decentralized finance, Bitcoin Cash, Ravencoin, Polymath, security tokens, and especially now talking about Matic. So these coins that I'm talking about right now, I believe, again, not financial advice, but I believe will have a dramatic impact, and will have a surge, and I'm expecting really good returns on my investments. So number 6, Matic Network, one of those you really got to keep your eye on, and do some research on that. Number seven, and we're going to come to a close here and cut it down here. I wanted to get into some gaming, like engine player, but we're going to close it here at number 7, and number 7 is Chainlink. The one thing about Chainlink that I do not like, okay, and believe me, I like Chainlink a lot. The one thing that I don't like right now, and if you've been hearing this whole video, the thing that I love is the price. I don't like Chainlink going from 20 cents going to $3.40 or close to $4. Now it's back under $2, but it still has a lot of leverage that if it wanted to go back down, because remember, just not too long ago it was sitting around 20 cents. Yet, with that being said, Chainlink is absolutely not a shitcoin. Chainlink is definitely a monster, and one of those that I'm keeping in my radar. I just can't pass up on Vechain at these prices, so I'm focusing now more on Vechain. But Chainlink is really a solid project, basically tying the outside world with the crypto world, hence the name Chainlink. Google partnership, Oracle, excuse me. The things that Chainlink is doing long term, and you can actually see this one in the triple digits. So again, me being stubborn though, I just don't like the price of it right now currently. I need it to settle a little bit more. I need to see where it could go, because it still has a lot of leverage if it wanted to go down. If the whales wanted to manipulate it and bring it down to close to $1 or close to under $1, they can, because it started at 20 cents. This recent surge. With that being said, again, Chainlink is definitely a sleeping monster. And I can actually see this in the triple digits. Not saying that's going to happen, but one of those that I'm researching and really keeping an eye on, and it's definitely on my radar. So Chainlink is one of those that you should research as well. All these coins that I've mentioned, not telling you to buy, but I believe you guys, if you're interested in buying, and if you're interested in looking, or you want to research some really good cryptos, or some that are at good prices, I think I've given you some top coins to really look at and to really research. Again, I have to emphasize, not telling you to buy. Never do I tell you to buy. Never financial advice. Just go and research and see what you like. And hey, if it's just for fun, research for fun. But there's definitely some gems at some great prices, and it's for whatever reason we forget about it, or we get tired of hearing about it, and then before you know, when the next bull market comes, you start seeing, wow, man, I remember Vechain at 0.003, seeing Ethereum under $200, when Bitcoin Cash was at $100, Matic Network at 1 cent, Poly at 3 cents, and Ravencoin at 3 cents, Chainlink, even, with the recent surge, Chainlink at $1. That's the only thing, guys, that you're going to hear me talk negative about Chainlink. Okay, it's the price where it's at right now. That's the only thing you're going to hear me talk about negative about Chainlink. I like it. I like what they're doing. And this could be a real sleeping monster, but I'm going to keep my eye on it. So number 7, and closing here, for all of us to really research what all the coins I've just mentioned, number 7 is Chainlink. All right, guys, have a blessed rest of your day. And until next time, you already know, be blessed.